And welcome back to more Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. Last time we unlocked rails B and G on a quest for the four things, one which is right in the blue Ripley part. So this time I noticed something about Captain Cullifish's hat. There's like weird little things on them. Yo, Agent 8, what up? I guess I just never noticed that before. And if you talk to him, he'll occasionally rap. So, that's cool. But we are gonna finish up line A, hopefully. Hopefully. This might not happen. We might only get through 3 levels, but we'll try. Our only weapon on this line is the blaster, the default blaster. We're gonna take a break from talking to C.Q.Cumber for a little bit because this is a pretty straightforward level. Check it, 8. Those Octo nerds look like they're having fun. Plus, there are Octarians here too. We're timed, by the way, I just noticed. They look like Octarians, but something feels weird about them. I wonder how she knows so much about the Octarians. Oh no, ink sticks. Hold B to jump over them. That was too close for comfort. I almost did not make that. Exquisitely done. Was it exquisite when I almost totaled? Key spotted. So gotta grab the key, obviously. Open the vault, open the vault! So we got the ink sponges here. An interesting piece of trivia about this was actually done by the people who did Breath of the Wild? Used the bounce pads to dodge. Apparently some of the designers who worked on shrines in Breath of the Wild worked on some of the levels in this game, which actually makes sense. Get that bounce pad over here and jump down when it's safe, Agent 8. So we have to use the big cannon to just move the structure over here. Keep calm and stay on. The very concise, challenge-based level design kind of feels reminiscent of the shrines in Breath of the Wild, so it doesn't entirely surprise me that there was crossover for the development team. This is actually one of the longer levels, I feel. Go on site. But yeah, most of the levels are pretty short. Short little fun challenges that are just challenging, for lack of a better word. Blast that goal with CR. But I can definitely see some more similarities with the design of Breath of the Wild. More short, concise, but super challenging levels. That's another mem cake. It looks like an inkling boy, if I had to guess. Yep. The rolling column splatters all. A stray shot shakes the tree awake. Summer turns. Here comes the fall. So moving on, we have revving up your inkjet, Maverick Station. Fly to the goal before time runs out. So we are locked in yet again to a special, which is the inkjet. Obviously, we don't really get to choose here. Please shoot down any Octo missiles that get in your way. Keep in mind that Octo Zeppelins have a weak spot on top, so shoot them there. You can of course press B while using the inkjet to float a bit. Be sure to use those ink switches and grapplings as best as you can. So yes, we are stuck with the inkjet. This is actually a pretty fun level. Slightly cathartic being able to play an entire level with a special, to be honest. But again, we have to be above solid ground or we will fall. Also, if you need to fall on your own, you can sync with ZR, which is important at some point, probably. Grappling, as usual. We have a lot of range with this, so it doesn't really matter. I didn't even use that grappling, I just jumped for it and made it. I didn't even see the grappling until after I jumped, so that's why I did that. Wow, look at that view. Yeah, look at that view. Interesting background design. So yeah, we need solid ground, so we need to activate the ink switches to create a path for us. By the way, the power eggs in this mode act as CQ points. So it looks like we're getting power eggs, but they're basically CQ points. Nailed it. That was surprisingly seamless, actually. Like, I did not expect that to be that quick, but again, some of these can go very fast if you know what you're doing, and even if you don't know what you're doing, that some of them are also very intuitive. So we have a complete set there. Wait, let me make sure I understand you right. You completed a whole series. That's special. That's something else. I always wanted to see a full set. So let's talk to him. He wanted to see our mem cakes. Well, the full set tells an interesting story, doesn't it? One good turn deserves another. Try this on for size when you reach the promised land. The Octo Shades acquired. You'll be able to use it once you've escaped from the deep sea metro. Keep challenging those tests, young squire. I'll leave your gifts with the elder squid. And show me any more mem cakes you find. It's never a bother, I assure you. So we get gear for the multiplayer by collecting all of the mem cakes on a particular rail. But now we're on C3/A08. I don't know why I said the 0 that time. More 8-ball. Of course, we have 3 weapons to choose from. One was the Splattershot Pro. One was what appeared to be the Explosher. And the last one is the Squiffer. It's actually the sloshing machine, not the Explosher. I think that was added after this DLC, possibly. I might be wrong. I don't really use that weapon, so I don't know. Oh, he's not even here to give us advice, because, frankly, we don't need the advice. It's bouncing, it's bouncing! So yeah, we need to use bounce pads along with the 8-ball. So again, even though we have a lot of 8-balls, minor spoiler, I feel like it doesn't get old, because they do add a lot of variety. What kind of battlefield has 8-balls anyway? That's also a good question. It doesn't seem like it can roll on the sponges, which makes sense just because of the material being kind of rough. That it can't roll too much, but that's a nice detail. Now that is sweet. I agree. That was weird timing, it's like she was agreeing with me. But this is a little bit precarious and easy to mess up. Don't go at an angle. If you go at an angle, it might bounce off the platform. So you want it to go pretty straight. This one is all about timing. Awaken your inner eye. Can you pipe down a bit, Cap? So there we go. Got safety. That guy would have blown up, sending the 8-ball flying. So we gotta be a little careful. Steady does it. Yep, steady does it because we don't want it to bounce. If it hits that gray one, it might fly off the edge of the level, which would be very, very bad. So we're gonna just kind of mosey on, be very careful, and hope for the best. Heck yeah, next. A slotted ball launcher. So yeah, these will launch. What just happened, actually? Like, legit, what just happened? That is a scripted sequence. I probably hit it as it was going up, which just caused it to kind of plummet. That's probably what happened, but I've actually never seen that happen before. Use the 8-ball's cover. Oh, we have burst bombs. I haven't been pointing out that you also get bombs selected for you. I haven't really brought attention to that, partly because I kind of forget to use bombs, and that is a perfect indicator of that. And I forget to even talk about the fact that you have splat bombs, burst bombs, curling bombs, etc., depending on what mission you're doing and what loadout you pick. And there you go. That is the end of Rail A, technically. Because we technically finished Rail A proper, but that was also the last one that branches off. So there you go. Rail A complete. And you got Rail C. You have now unlocked 4 lines. You can view them on the Deep Sea Metro map. Stations marked with a blank contain one of the 4 things. Seek them out. I'd like to offer you your reward for finding this new line. Please pay me a visit. Get used to hearing that. We're not going to talk to him just yet. It's going to be C.Q. points anyway. We're going to head back into line B. We've been doing really well, and I'd like to keep doing well, so we're going to put this one off. We're going to work our way clockwise. Not that this one is any easier, but this is comparatively easier. This is also the first time I think we will be defying the recommendation. They say splat charger. I say heck no, I don't like using chargers. We're going with the jet squelcher. 1,000 points, so this is kind of pricey. Ride the rails and pop all the balloons. This was actually very difficult for this early on. I'm probably not going to be reading the dialogue as a warning because I'm like focusing on hitting all the balloons. I like don't even know the dialogue on the stage because of this. So now we need to switch rails. Also, hitting the balloons activates the next rail, so that's obviously why you need to hit all the balloons. By the way, another thing to note, you don't get a checkpoint in this stage, so that makes it a little bit challenging as well. This one goes backwards. Yep, just hit all the balloons. That's half of them. Good. Gonna switch here to avoid having to jump after that thing right after switching the rail. Hit all the balloons, 10 left. I would recommend motion controls for this just because of the very precise aiming. Though I also am a motion control person, so like, you know, it's easy for me to say that. It might be easier with a stick for some people, but I personally find this like would be very difficult without motion. That's just my 2 cents at least. One left, right there. Voila. I use the squelcher because I do not like trying to use a charger because you have to charge it up to get any range, while the squelcher has a fixed range, so I find it a lot easier to use. That's just me. Do whatever you like. You have now unlocked 5 lines. You can view them on the Deep Sea Metro map. None of the 4 things can be found here. Try searching on a different line. I'd like to offer you a reward for finding this new line. Please pay me a visit. You gaze seaward with azure hope. Between each blink you calmly think, as when you use a spider scope. And now nights grow long, summers abates. The tide recedes, the squid stampede. With fireworks we celebrate. I think that was all of them. Yeah, because that one was marked as this line. So mark this I. Oh, there it is. Though slick with slime, I keep my grip. The chill seeps through my gift from you. I mustn't let this cargo slip. That's not easy to read, holy cow. Spin dock to station. That one might be a little long. That one's not gonna be fun either. This one's actually really short. Let's do this one. We'll jump into line C for a bit. Keep dodging until the time runs out. I say this is short. I will eat my words. Probably. I'm gonna eat my words hardcore by saying this is really easy. Or really short. Avoid taking any damage for long enough and you'll pass this test. Keep a close eye on all enemy attacks. And if you can manage, try to grab any power egg packs that you see. Oh boy. No weapon. Just pure skill. Keep dodging until the time runs out. This is actually a level where I'd actually recommend turning off motion conversely, because I feel like it's a lot easier if you have a fixed camera. Also, don't fall off the stage. But yeah, the motion actually makes it hard for me, because I have issues with depth perception as is. So I actually would almost recommend turning off motion for this stage, and the stage alone. That's just me. I'm actually doing okay at the moment, somehow. Okay, first try. See, it's a strategy to say this is going to be really bad, because then I get first try. If I said this is easy, I would have messed it up a million times, because Let's Play curse. Anyway, that's C4. That was a lot easier. I made it look easier than I think it actually is. And that was dumb luck, because I feel like I should have gotten hit a few times. Like when I was jumping over, I feel like I should have clipped them, but it didn't count. So cool. There are new entries in the chat log, so I sent them along. Check them out sometime. We know the drill. Your motor whines, the ocean roars. No ink can halt your firm assault. Let those invaders know the score. A scrapper! This is a salmon run enemy, the ones in the little cars that drive after you. What's the next level? Stamped up station, climb way to the goal. Bust 20 targets without popping any fail balloons. Sure, what the heck. Let's try it. I'm gonna give this one attempt. Again, you can just do these in any order, which is really flexible and nice. Note, there are more than 20 targets. Use that to your advantage. Don't shoot the fail balloons, you'll, well, I guess it's obvious. My advice for the task is simply charge. Just make sure you don't shoot any of the fail balloons. We have a minute to pop 20 balloons. This is stressful, I'm gonna say right now. Keep an eye on your ink, so you can, charge up if need be. Go for the pairs. I would recommend. That was a little riskier than it should have been. I think we got 2 there. I think I hit one that was behind the one I was aiming at, which is pretty slick if I do say so myself, but we're slowly running out of time. Yeah, I hit 2 there as well. There we go. See? These can be very short, but they can also be very, very long if you just happen to mess up. It's kind of nice. It's a nice way to approach it. There are new entries in the chat log. Of course there are. And squids often wear this as they strike. With bomb and brush, it's quite a rush. I wish I could know what that was like. So basically pining for the surface life is the impression I get from that. But in any case, we unlocked a lot more stuff. We got a lot of things done. We kind of just didn't go in order. Like, my original plan was to go roughly in order. I saw this level and I saw this level and I'm like, yeah, let's just digress. So next time we're actually gonna get back to Station B, or Line B, with horrible balloon popping. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon 2 Octo expansion.